lines on the charts, lines and indicators, they'll all work some of the time, but none will work all the time. July 31st, 2024. Guys, I posted yesterday that the trading challenge is resuming today. And let's jump into the chart. So I'm going to be changing it up a little bit. I'm kind of going to be switching from the day trading and the 10-minute charts more to the 4-hour and the daily charts. We're going for longer time frames here. Now, our current balance is sitting, as you can see here, we're using this exchange 1646. So that's where we're currently at right now, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin touched, kissed 70K yesterday. Kissed 70K yesterday, and it came plummeting. And to be honest with you, was I expecting it to come down from 70K? Not really. It's a great fucking short though. That's a fantastic short right there. Fantastic short. Okay. Looking at 6.82%. If you're hitting that with a 10x leverage, you're looking at about 60-70% profit already on that short. A lot of people thought it was going up. A lot of people thought that this was going to essentially blow off top. We'll just head to the daily. We did get this run up, in Feb, and it's really just been bouncing along in this trend line. Now, we've got 3 touch points here on this trend line, guys, and I've been flooding Twitter today. If anyone's been looking, I've been flooding Twitter today. I did a little bit of chart analysis on the weekly bullish flag, but the bullish flag always comes back down and retests before it bounces back out. So I don't think we're ready for that breakout yet, if I'm honest. Short BTC to 62K and then to 75, long it to 75. That's what I'm thinking right now. And if there's one thing that I've learned trading crypto for the last 5.5, 6 years, is when you jump on Twitter, when you jump on Telegram, when you're on Instagram, wherever you are social media wise, wherever you're getting your information from, whatever everyone's talking about, do the opposite. Yeah, because the market is 99% of everyone, and if you want to beat the market, you've got to essentially beat that 99%. So when everyone's saying we're going to new all-time highs, we're going to new all-time highs, short the fucking bitch, short the bitch, short her now. Look, this trend line, I'm not too fussed about, right? Like, this could bounce back up, could bounce in this range. Honestly, I'm looking at the larger picture, and the larger picture on the weekly is this. The larger picture on the weekly, guys, we had that run up, in Feb, going into March, going into April, where we dipped back down, and that's where we started to create this bouncing in between these 2 parallel trend lines. And I have no doubt in my mind that this goes down and retests around here. Now, this is roughly 60K, right? And I just want a quick side note. It's funny how all my bearish posts get literally no engagement. And then I say, like, Bitcoin's going to hit 75K tomorrow, and it's like all these likes, all this engagement. I'm like, I'm shorting this fucking market. I'm telling you now, I'm shorting this market. So what I want to do now is I'm on the exchange right now, and this is on the 15-minute candle. Now, it started dipping 29th of July at 11 p.m. my time. So around 12 hours ago, it started dipping, right? It's sort of consolidated a bit, but we're still in this downtrend. And as we can see here, it's sort of come up, it's touched, it's come up again, it's touched. So this is a great position to enter in short, and that's what we're going to do. We don't trade like scared cats here, guys. So we're putting everything in. Looking at TP and stop loss. Now, I'm not a big fan of take profits. I'm not a big fan of stop losses off the bat, but we're just going to put some numbers in to see where it takes us. So if I'm shorting this here, what I want to be looking at is around 63K, and then at around 62K, and then if we're lucky, maybe a 61K. So there's good profit in that. Where will I say this needs to be negated if it breaks above here? So I would say around if it comes back up to 68K. If I'm honest, what I see is this. Honestly, I see this. If I'm being completely honest with you, what can happen though is this as well, right? That can also happen. So my two scenarios are both bearish. So what do we do? Well, let's get into the market. Let's open up a shorts. Let's get in there. Average price 66,147. I'm gonna put this on X for everyone to come back on. So we're going day 15 live on Twitter with everyone. So we're live right now. The trade's just gone on and I'm posting day 15. We're back on it. The trading challenge. I'm opening a short on Bitcoin. I opened at 66,148 with 10x leverage. I'm looking at around 62K. So I'm looking at around this mark for a nice drop down. This is on the 15-minute chart, by the way. Guys, you can't deny this right now. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin long term. Of course I am. I believe we hit all-time highs in the next couple of months, potentially towards the end of the year. But you can't skip away from the fact that there's been retracements, and there's always retracements in bull markets. And what we're seeing right now, this is on the hour. This is a straight downtrend. Why would you be longing in this position? I have no idea. I've been in Twitter comment section all morning, and people are like, "Yeah, but everything's bullish. Everything's bullish." Yes, bro, it is bullish. It is bullish on the longer term, but right now it's bearish. Yeah, we've just hit 70K. The volume in terms of selling pressure is a lot more than the buying pressure. Simple. Don't overcomplicate these trades, guys. When everyone's calling for a new all-time high, be fearful. What have we seen in the market the last couple of days? People calling for all-time high. Everyone's calling for a new all-time high. I'm calling for a new all-time high, but not yet. We need to see a retracement first, and then we'll jump to that all-time high. So that's why I've pinned this post. I pinned this post on my X so everyone can see. I'm transparent, guys. I'm a transparent trader. I've been doing it for almost 6 years. I don't follow the masses. I'm profitable. My mentality is my number one asset, not charts, not drawings on the charts, not lines on the charts. Yeah. Yes, I've got lines here and there. They're just for guidance, for my sanity. But I could freaking draw a line from here to here and be like, oh, that's validated. Oh, now that's invalidated. Great. I can draw a line from here to here and say, oh, there's my touch points, but then it's invalidated here. You can draw lines anywhere on the chart and make it make sense. Lines on the charts, lines and indicators, they'll all work some of the time, but none will work all the time. So up here is a 70K. Right, we dropped down to 66.9. Let's call it the wick 66.5. So we dropped 3.5K in essentially a couple of candles, and it came back up, and then it got re-rejected. So if it wants to break this level, first and foremost, it has to break this level. It's got to break 67 straight up. It's got to break this level if it wants to come back up. Now, if it wants to come back up and push again to all-time high, it's got to crack 67,585. So if you want to be more conservative in terms of you don't want to get stopped out, this is good stop loss to have. 67,585. What this does is if the market wants to break this downtrend and break this level of resistance that it couldn't when it tried to rally back up, and then it wants to break again the resistance that it couldn't when it tried to rally up the first time, then for me, that's confirmation that this is reversing. And if it's not reversing, then and we just get stopped out, well, we get stopped out, right? I can't do much about that. We lose 350, we lose 20% of our balance, but we've had days where we've made $400-500 in this trading challenge. So losing 350 is nothing that we can't get back the next day. And it still keeps our account liquid. It still has funds in our account for trading the next day. And this is the message that I've been trying to portray throughout my shorts, throughout my videos that I've been making. I know I'm changing it up a bit and I'm doing more analysis. I don't really want to do too much technical analysis because to be honest with you all, everything that I have is in this book. This book is my live trading journal that I document when I trade. And this is my source of truth. I don't own any books that I swear by. I've read a lot of books, but being a chart expert, guys, doesn't make you a trading expert. And as I said before, you can literally draw lines on any chart, put any sort of indicators, and some of them will work, but none of them will always work. So, but then again, you can't make a decision without a little bit of technical analysis. That's just life. You know, you're not going to make a decision in your life if you haven't thought about it. And if you do, well, you're a risky bastard. So good on you. I don't. Anyway, I've seen this trend line. You know, we're looking at from Monday the 15th of July. Touch point here, touch point here. I'm looking for a third touch point. It's looking similar. I don't think this will come down nicely. If it comes down and it touches this 64K or come down aggressive, it may break down. Yeah, we're looking for this level here to be tested. I know I may be asking for a lot, but that's just how it is. Am I going to move my stop loss? Not at all. But, guys, this is where we change and then this is the strategy, and I want everyone to understand who's watching this video and who actually cares and wants to be profitable trading, that you got to have this stop loss. My take profits are lower though. So look at this. This is my chart here. Just get rid of these indicators because they don't mean anything to me. So if we zoom out on the 4 hourly, we see how likely this is to hit. And we can see a clear sort of trend line forming here where it sort of tried to bounce lower. It didn't, and it really rallied and came back up. And then it consolidated, obviously, and then it came back and tested this trend line. So around 64K will be a very critical area for this trade. Now, once we get to, let's look at the hourly again. Once we get to around here, so 65K, create an alert at 65K. So does it want to come here and bounce and come back up, which is a real possibility, right? Because that's what it's been doing. It's coming up, bouncing, coming up, bouncing, coming up, bouncing, coming up. It can do that. Is it risky to be getting in where we got in? Yes, it is. For most people, but I don't trade like most people. And that's what's made me successful and profitable trading is I don't trade like most people, right? I'm not trading with my emotion. Do I hold bags of Bitcoin? Yes. Do I hold bags of altcoins? Yes. Would I like them to go up even more to make me even more wealthy and even more profitable on my trades? Yes. But I'm turning $300 into $30,000, right? And I aim to make calculated trades. I'll put it all over my X. I'm being vocal that I believe Bitcoin will retest that 62K region. If it doesn't and it wants to go from all-time highs, then I'm cool. We get stopped out here and then we enter in a long position. Yeah, we'll lose 350. All right, that's fine. We'll lose 350, probably end up being around 400 with fees and whatnot. So we'll lose that, right? We'll lose about 20-25% of our overall portfolio that we're trading with. But you know what, guys? Yeah, we'll almost be doubling, and that's the risk that we take when we trade. I'm not here to make $50 and lose 100. Yeah, right. I'll lose 350, 400, but I need to be making 1,000, 1,500. I need to be making something that's worthwhile for me. And if I see it gets down to these levels, look, these take profits, they're subject to change, right? Take profits are always subject to change. Something you shouldn't be adjusting much is your stop loss. Put it in a position where you're comfortable losing. Then once you're in profit, then adjust your stop loss and have it sort of trail the price down. So you can make this a break even trade, or you can make profit on this trade regardless of the move. So if I see the price break to about 64, 65K, we've got two alerts here at 65.2 and 65. 65.2 will hit us around here, and 65 will hit us around here. Once Bitcoin wants to break down that price, then I'll have a look at break through this yellow trend line. Once we get a confirmation that we've broken down that yellow trend line, we'll then move our stop loss and we'll move it somewhere to around there. So that's where we're at right now, July 31st, 2024. Just to recap as well, Bitcoin's come down from 70. It's touched as low as 65.2 today. We've entered in a short at 66.150. I do believe it's gonna come down and test these ranges here. The trend is your friend. Yeah. Will it reach 75, 80K, 100K? Yes, it will. But it might touch 60 before it does that. It might touch 55. It might not even touch any of that. And it might go back up to the all-time high right now. But that's what we do when we trade. We make calculated assumptions and guesses to the best of our knowledge. Don't rely on technical analysis too much, guys. The simpler that your charts are, the simpler you're thinking. Focus on yourself. Focus on your mentality. Focus on, are you happy today? Focus on, have you drunk enough water? Have you gotten your physical exercise in? Are you thinking clearly? And people laugh at me when I say this, but I always tell them, send me your trading statements. Send me your trading statements, and let's see if you're making, on average, percentage-wise, more than I am. And if you are, then let me learn something from you. 100% of those people either don't send me their statements, or when they do send me their statements, are making a lot less profit, or they're usually in a loss when I'm getting those statements. And it's a bit of a harsh reality for them when I tell them, get your shit together. Yeah, because I could sit here all day looking at this chart. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not a whale. I'm just a trader, as are you. Or you might just be learning to invest, or you might just be wanting to learn to trade. So open your trades. We've got our stop loss here. If it hits, well, it hits. We can't do much about that. We'll lose that 350, 400. But if it doesn't and it goes down as I've predicted, we'll make some really, really nice gains going into the start of August, which I believe will be a bit of a choppy month. But I do think all-time highs are going to get retested very soon. Just trying to capitalize on this short right now. Saying that, guys, follow me on Twitter for my live trades. I'll be trying to post every day, every couple of days, depending on how the trading challenge is going. I'm shaking it up. I'm moving away sort of from those short videos and doing more analysis videos of what goes into the rationale and thinking of my trades, given that a lot of people have asked for it. So that's where I'm going with this. If you want to start trading or investing in crypto, I've got some links below that you'll get some really good deposit bonuses with. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Might make a video later tonight, see if we hit our stop loss, see if we hit our take profit, see if we hit nothing. I'll give you a bit of an update a bit later. I'll be updating everyone 24/7 pretty much on Twitter. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video.